Because the goal is to make more and spend less. You'll find, man, the wealthiest people, their goal is to make more and spend less. People who aren't even as wealthy, their goal is to spend more. Their goal is to make more to spend more.
7:45 a.m. Catch me on the morning meetup, hosted by David Shands.
Appreciate that. All right, let's get into it. So last week, we talked about raising our zero. For some people, zero is zero. When you have $0 left, you have $0 left. You're broke when you get to zero. But for some people, their zero is $10,000. If they get under $10,000 in their account, they get nervous. But the reason we keep going back to zero, like actually no money or like negative, is because our zero is zero. And whatever our bottom is, we will quickly run to that. So what
were they asked? They were.
Cool. Let me mute that.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Just mute that for me, Sharika. All right, Jen, let me make you the co-host real quick. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, there we go. All right, cool. So some people, when they get to zero, they have no money. But I think if we're going to adopt this six-figure philosophy, our zero needs to be six figures at some point. Like you get $98,000 in your account, you should get nervous. So I remember my first goals was to save $1,000 because I kept going negative. And I'm like, yo, what would it be like to have $1,000? I've had 1,000 before, but I quickly go down to zero. But my goal is to make my zero 1,000. Like I don't ever want my account or my net worth at the time to be less than $1,000. You know what your net worth is, y'all? If you calculate what you have, your liquid money, your assets, things of that nature, like George said, minus our expenses or what we owe, that's our net worth. I had a negative net worth because I remember one time I had $3,000 in credit card bills, but the only reason I had $3,000 in credit card bills is because I didn't have the money to pay it off. I remember $3,000 in credit card bills. I had about $300 in my account, meaning my net worth was negative $2,700. I said, first goal, well, even before the 1,000, first goal, let me at least get my net worth to zero. I would prefer to just get my net worth to zero. Anybody experience that? Your net worth is negative? And some of us are in that situation right now. Your first goal, let's at least get our net worth to zero. A $0 net worth is noble. That's a good post that people would be controversial about. A $0 net worth. I'm okay with someone having a $0 net worth. I'm not okay with you being in debt and you're negative. If you owe student loans, let's say you owe $40,000 in student loans. If you don't have $40,000 in assets, which is equity in your house, I'm not talking about you have a $200,000 house and you owe $200,000. That's a wash. If you have a $2,000 house and it's worth $210,000, you're positive equity. Let's say you have $1,000 in your account. You're up $11,000. But if you owe $40,000, your net worth is still negative $29,000. So our first goal, and we're not talking about credit card bills and all that kind of stuff. Our first goal is to get to zero. How many people right now, just be honest, your goal right now is to get to a $0 net worth? It's okay. $0. I'm not mad at that. Let's get to a $0 net worth. Okay. Now, the way we see money, the very first thing we got to do in terms of raising our zero is don't let zero be your zero. First thing in our mind, don't let zero be your zero. What is the number that you won't drop below? I'm not talking about net worth. I'm not talking about debt and all that kind of stuff. I'm talking about how much you will have, let's say, in your account. You need to decide what your new zero is going to be. I don't care if your new zero is 500. If you've never consistently had $500 in your account for a long time, make your new zero 500. When you get under 500, you panic. And what this looks like is if you have $500, but 500 is your zero, and someone asks you if they can borrow $100, your answer is no. Why? Because you don't have any money. I've been in situations where my new zero is 1,000. And my mom, I love my mom with everything in me. She needs some money, but all I have is $1,000. It says, yo, David, do you have $200? And my answer to my mom, the love of my life, was no, I don't have any money. The question is, did I lie to her? In my head, 1,000 is zero. How am I going to give you money out of zero? I don't have it. So you need to just, the first thing we're going to do in terms of raising our zero is decide what is the number we're not going to fall below. This is called goal setting. Number two, we got to create a stream of income that's easy to go in, but hard to get out. Easy to go in, hard to get out. If you have some sort of automatic payment where this money can go into a savings account, don't let all of your money go into a checking account. Why should you not let all your money go into a checking account? Because you have a debit card and you can spend it. Savings accounts don't have a debit card. It's just a little bit, it's a little bit harder to get out. And you'll start to see, yo, I have a Acorns account. So in my Acorns, what happens is I have it attached to all my cards. And when I swipe my card, it rounds up the change to the nearest dollar. So if I spend $2.49, well, 51 cents will go into my savings account. It's automated. I wish I could show you. It's really, really cool. But I also set a setting where $10 a week goes into my account. And here's why. I realized, I think I have it set for $10 a week and then like maybe $50 a month. So every week, no. I'm on Instagram, so I can't show you. It's $5 a day. So on Acorns, you can set it up. Every day, $5 goes into my savings account from my checking account automatically. Because I realized I would not miss seeping money. If I have $100, I'm going to spend $100. If I have 90, I'll just spend 90. My spending habits are directly correlated to what I have. So if I have less, I'll spend less. So what's been happening is for the last couple of years, I've been putting $5 every single day, I think Monday through Friday, into my account. I think it's a monthly 50 or a weekly 50, something like that, where it goes into an investment account and they invest the money. And actually it's a few $1,000s in that joint. I can't go below that. Here's the crazy thing. I don't even know how to get the money out of Acorns. I don't know. It just goes into the Acorn joint and that company invests the money and it's in a portfolio and it grows. I don't even know how to get the money out. It's easy to go in because I just set it up on my account. It's hard to get out though, which that money will continue to grow. And again, it's been a couple of years and I forgot about it until we started talking about it right now. I'm about to go check it when we get off here. Set up a system is easy to get in, hard to go out. So I recommend Acorns. Also, go to a small town and set up a savings account and put money in there. drive to a small town 2 hours away, set up the account, just a savings account, and come home. And every chance you get, set up some recurring money from your bank account to that small town bank where it's only one of them. Because it's going to be hard. It's easy for it to go in there, but it's hard for you to drive out there and get the money out of your savings account. When are you going to take time to drive 2 hours? So easy in, hard out. This is how we're going to raise our zero. Because you'll start to play this little game looking at your account grow. Okay. Number 3, track your expenses. If we're going to raise our zero, start tracking your expenses. I think the life change comes from a realization of how much money you're spending and where your wealth is going. Most of us, if we calculated how much we spent on food, we'll realize that we're eating our wealth. We're eating it. Isn't that crazy? Really just go back. Did anybody go through that exercise? Just put it in the chat. Did anybody go through that exercise and see how much money you spent on food last month? Go through your debit card. That's why I hate using cash. I do not like using cash because I can't track it. But if you look on that debit card, if you look at that bank statement and you see, oh, Zaxby's, Olive Garden, Zaxby's. I really love Zaxby's. I'm giving Zaxby's all my wealth. It's a realization. And you'll say, oh, this is why I don't have any money. Okay.
Think of a number in your head. How much do you think it would cost for me, a pretty successful entrepreneur, to coach you every single day, to give you all of the game? I'm talking about every day for an entire year, Monday through Friday. I'm on a virtual call teaching you how I've done the things that I've done, and me updating you every single day in real time on all the business moves that I'm making, all the negotiations that I'm in, everything that I'm doing before I actually do it. How much you think? And let's say Monday through Friday, and then on Thursdays, we do a Q&A where not only do you get a chance to ask your questions and get them answered, but you get to hear the answer from a whole community, hundreds of other people on a call, and you get their answers that are going to help you too. What do you think? And once or twice a year, get together, free conference that we all get to come to, and you get to meet all these people that you see virtually. How much do you think that would cost every single year? 10,000? Not even close. It would probably be closer to 100,000 because it's just, my time is valuable, and to give you the sauce that's going to help you make millions, I'd have to charge you at least 100,000. But what I've done is created a community where you get the advantage of learning how to become an entrepreneur. You get to network with hundreds of entrepreneurs every single day. You got a community that keeps you inspired and excited. You will read a book club with us every single day. We'll also have an event where we come together once or twice a year for free. We do all of that for $399 for the year. Go ask somebody. I've got receipts of things that I built over the last decade, okay? I am willing to coach you. $399 for the year. Listen, go to themorningmeetup.com or click the link in this video. Let's get back to the episode, but keep in mind, I want to coach you. Let's get started.
You'll see all the holes, and then you'll see why you don't have any money, okay? Number 4, make more and spend less. If you want to raise your zero, I think a good goal for everybody is just make more money and spend less money. How can I make more money and spend less money? I have a business that I created that I don't spend any of the money. It just goes into the account. You just you got to make more. How can you make more money? Your job might be your source of income. How can you set up a business where you can make some money that you don't touch? Because you're already living. You're already living. You don't need any assistance. You've been good so far. I mean, obviously, if everybody's on this call, you've got something that you're living on, job, whatever, something's taking care of you right now. How about we set up a business that we can make a little bit of money? Here's the crazy thing. I think you'll be more successful by setting up a business, not for the simple fact of getting rich, but setting up a business where you can just watch it grow. The goal is to watch it grow, not to supplement your lifestyle. I believe you'll be more successful because it's fun, not pressure. Some of us are building businesses and we're working so that we can increase our lifestyle, buy the car that we want, buy the house that we want. But it's so much pressure because we're going so hard at the goal and we're basing our lifestyle off of this income. But if you set it up as a game, you'll just have more money. And let's watch the account grow. And you only take the money out of that account to invest into the business that's going to make more money to put into that account. But we also have to spend less. We have to spend less. This month, I am very, very conscious not to go out to eat. I told my friends up front, I'm not eating out this month. So if we going somewhere, somebody else got to pay for it. Here's what's cool. Not because I don't have the money or it's a struggle. I want you to catch it. It's not because there's a big problem where I got to pay my bills. So I need to cut back. I'm doing it, one, as an example, to know what people are going through financially. We gotta be able to tighten our belt a little bit and say, okay, this is the month that we're not going to spend all this money frivolously. So listen, guys, this is a month. I'm not eating out like that. If you want to go out, somebody got to pay for it. You just got to pay for it. Because I'm trying to spend less. The goal, make more, spend less equals wealth. Okay. How many people probably need to spend less? I deleted the StockX app on my phone. I deleted that joint. So StockX is a website where you can buy all your favorite clothes, sneakers, all that kind of stuff. And it's so easy because it's just a press of a button because your card is attached to it. You see the shoes you like, you give them bid on the shoe and then you win it and they sell it. I had to delete that. I deleted it completely because every month I'm spending like $1,000 on sneakers. That's not a way to build wealth. I don't even wear the shoes. I just see it. Oh, as a kid, I used to like them joints. And then one of my friends encouraged me to just start buying sneakers and stuff. So I fell into that peer pressure. I'm done. I deleted it because the goal is to make more and spend less. Okay? You'll find, man, the wealthiest people, their goal is to make more and spend less. People who aren't even as wealthy, their goal is to spend more. Their goal is to make more to spend more. All right. Number 5, and lastly, before we open up a discussion about this, you got to change your circle, man. You got to change your circle. Turn those sneakers into an asset. Come on now, David. I mean, I suppose. I'm not renting out shoes, bro. It's just, I said rent out the shoes. I'm not giving somebody shoes, then picking them up. What am I going to make? $10? All right. Change your circle. And you got to normalize abundance. You got to normalize abundance. Here's what's tricky though. You'll get around successful people and you'll be tempted to spend more. There's a balance that I'm having right now internally because some of my friends, they make so much money and they spend so much money. Nothing wrong with it because they got the money and it's a part of their lifestyle. Me personally, I'm just in this journey of shepherding. I'll get around them and realize, oh, I can spend like y'all spend. It's cool, no problem. But my goal always is to be an example. We got to build like super true wealth. But to raise the zero, We've got to be around people who live in abundance, who aren't so tied to money and they start putting money on this pedestal. If you put money on a pedestal, zero will be your zero. But if you realize how money flows and you realize that you are a king and you are a queen, you'll realize that it's a lifestyle to have at least 10,000 to invest in something, 100,000 to invest in something. Imagine having 100,000 set aside, but you got to get around people who have 100,000, 200,000, $1 million saved. My friend was telling me, like, yo, I got all this cash, man. I was talking to this one dude who's multi-millionaire, like 7-figure, 8-figure, 9-figure entrepreneurs. And the guy said, I only keep 60,000 in cash. He said, I only keep 60,000 in cash. I don't like keeping cash. So I put my money in stocks, cryptocurrency, real estate. I don't like to keep the cash. So they're normalizing having assets that don't depreciate like cash does. But you got to get in certain conversations to like know that that's not even normal. The goal, you would think that, you want to have millions of dollars in your account, and that's not the goal for super wealthy. The goal is to raise net worth, not liquid money. Okay. Anybody feel their zero raising? I want to know what your new zero is. What is your zero? What is that number that you will not fall below by the end of this year, going into 2020? What is the number you will not fall below? $3,000. I love it. I'll not fall below $1,500. I love it. $10,000, $20,000. I love it. I love those 1,500 numbers. I love those smaller numbers. I'm not falling below that. I like that. I like 3,000. Not mad at 1,000. I love it. 2,500. 5,000, 30,000, 3,000, 20,000, 5,000, 8,500. That's my new zero. If you have $8,500 and someone needs 1,000, but you only have 8,500, you have to look confidently and say it with your chest. I'm broke, baby. You got to give them the Mitch voice. I'm broke, baby. I ain't got it because I'm now at zero. But I promise you, if your zero continues to be zero, you'll always get back to zero. You'll always rush with zero. Watch this. When you get to this 1,500 and you say your new zero is 1,500, watch how often you get close to the 1,500. Watch it. I'm telling you. For some reason, you'll always run back to your zero. You'll struggle with that thing. Oh, I'm getting close. Oh, I got 1,600. Oh, I got 1,550. No, I can't do that. I'm panicking. I'm almost at zero. But a month ago, 1,500 was abundance for you. But once we start raising that zero, it gets different. I'm telling you, you're going to get to a point where you got $10,000 and you know that your zero it's 8,500 and you're going to get nervous saying, yo, I'm broke. You're going to see $50,000 in your account and get nervous because your zero is 55,000 and you're $5,000 negative. You're going to get nervous. I'm telling you, one day you're going to have $100,000 in your account. And you're going to be terrified. You're going to start scrambling like, yo, okay, what I got to do? I got to run this bag up because I only have $100,000 left. One day, $1 million will be poor for you. It's all mindset. You'll start scaling back because you only got $1 million. Ooh, I can't buy that car right now. I ain't got it. Let me see what I can do. Nah, family, we can't take a trip. We only got $1 million. It's time to work. We got to grind. We got to run this bag back up. Normalizing abundance.
If you like the video that you just watched, click this one. You're going to like this one, maybe even more. Click it right now.